Welcome to 50 Nights of Fright. I'm Tommy, joined once more with Jess. Today we are talking about Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street. Jess, what was your experience?
Well, first of all, I'd say my experience is unique because I knew of this film as a child, but I was not allowed to watch it.
Okay.
I remember specifically my parents watching it and me only getting like hints because I was, of course, listening from the other room.
Mm-hmm.
Watching it was a really great experience. I really liked the film.
Okay. Had you seen any of the other Freddy Krueger movies before this one? Or was this like your first one out, first one?
Not only was this my first one, but I still have not seen any others. So this is my only perspective from him.
Okay.
Of him.
Okay. Spoilers, this is the best one.
Okay.
But that's kind of a running theme for most slasher movies. Typically, the first one, or in some cases, the fourth one, is the best one. But yeah, I definitely think that A Nightmare on Elm Street gets the Freddy Krueger character the best.
Oh, yes.
So, were there any moments that stuck out to you, that caught you off guard, that gave you the creepy crawlies?
To be honest, the opening scene.
Okay.
I really, really liked the opening scene of
Mm-hmm.
being in the dream, and it was just, it was a very, I'd say I was off the edge of my seat from the beginning because of that. And oddly enough, I feel like it mellowed out just a little bit after.
Okay. My favorite scene is the geyser of blood when Johnny Depp is sucked into his bed. What is really cool about A Nightmare on Elm Street is everything. I'm a big fan. Definitely love all of the movies in the franchise, but this one is definitely the best one. Mainly because Freddy does feel more like a demon, a dream demon.
Oh, yes.
Whereas in some of the later films, he becomes more wisecracking. You know, he definitely has the most personality out of all of the slasher villains in that he's very talkative.
Okay.
But in this first experience, he's more of a threat. He's definitely scarier in that. Did you get any nightmares after watching this?
Not nightmares, but I did have an interesting dream afterwards.
Okay.
Where I was at a fair or something, like Elitch Gardens, and he was walking around with cotton candy.
Okay. This being your first experience with Nightmare on Elm Street, if you were to say remake this movie today, would you change anything major about it, or you would? Okay, all right.
Yes.
What are we changing?
Because this is like
You're wrong.
This is the only thing I'm petty about with the film. Okay. First of all, there is so much symbolism, which I love. Especially like the opening scene. As soon as she wakes up, the cross is literally like right behind her head. They angled that perfectly. So there is a lot of symbolism. Hence why you were saying he seemed more like a demon.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing I would change is how at the end they're in the car. It's kind of what I would say like a spoof ending, which I didn't like because I really love the symbolism of you just have to stop giving him his power and then he's gone. And then I felt like that end scene just threw it away. That's like the only thing I'm petty about in the entire film.
That's a respectable response. There's 2 or 3 different endings for Nightmare on Elm Street, and that's the one that they usually use.
Okay.
So I can definitely respect that because it does kind of warp the ending.
Yes.
And I mean the top of the convertible car being the same colors as his sweater, and the really bad like blow up doll of her mom being stuck through the window. Yeah, I can understand. That's not the best part. Nah.
But other than that, it was a great film.
Mm-hmm.
I would really say I really like how they were diving for a deeper meaning. I would say, and also kind of claiming power back and not letting the darkness in or anything like that.
Now, let's talk about Robert Englund.
Okay.
As Freddy Krueger, of course, that makeup is iconic.
Yes.
It's a little bit different than later versions of his makeup, but I think the burn victim, you know, his skin being all discolored and
Right.
warped like that.
Right.
How did you feel looking at someone like that?
Out of all the ones I've seen so far, I thought it was the best villain makeup for sure. It was just, I'm gonna be honest, it was unsettling a little bit, which is its job, but it was just, I just like looked at it and was like, yeah, I don't know how, but I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I got you. All right, Jess. So if we were to give A Nightmare on Elm Street a rating on a scale of 0 to 10, where are we landing?
Probably an 8.5.
8.5. That's still pretty good. 85.
Yes.
All right. Does A Nightmare on Elm Street belong on a list like this? Has it cemented itself as an icon of horror?
Yes. Yes. The symbolism and the direction that the director was taking it, for sure.
Symbology.
Symbology. Gotcha.
That was A Nightmare on Elm Street. Thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to tune in tomorrow where we cover Clive Barker's Hellraiser.